Circumstance. How do we handle them? George Bernard Shaw said that he came across most people blaming circumstance for where they are in life. He said, I don't believe in circumstance. People who get on in this world get up and look for the circumstances they want. And if they can't find them, they make them. Hi, my name is Anton Bennink, and in this Freedom Lifestyle show, I like to share anything and everything that I come across in my journey of personal discovery, personal development as a Procter Gallagher consultant, helping people achieve their goals and live their dreams. So let us continue on this subject of circumstance, because people often, even when making decisions, they look at their circumstances and they decide, I can do that or I cannot do that. Say, for example, you want to go to Paris. You've been dreaming of a holiday to Paris. A beautiful city, the city of romance, and you think, I'd love to go there, but everything that comes after that word but is circumstance, it's conditions. And I'd love to go there, but I don't have the money. I'd love to go there, but I don't have the time. I'd love to go there, but I have to take care of my children, mother, father, neighbor, whatever. I'd love to go there, but my employer wouldn't let me. All these things are circumstances. And people who get on in this world look for the circumstances that they want. And if they can't find them, they make them. And when you really look at that with true clarity, the only prerequisite to making a decision is, do you want it? Do you want to go to Paris in this case? If you want to, make the decision. Circumstances, of course, they might cause a detour in our lives. But don't have circumstances prevent you from making the decision altogether. Because if you make the decision, you'll find a way. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I believe, put it like this: when we make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. It goes and it operates and it works by universal law. So many people say, but I don't have the money. Well, my friend, you don't need the money unless and until you make the decision to go. Only then you'll need the money. And when you've made the decision, the money will come every single time. Some people might not believe this. And when you don't believe it, then it doesn't work like that. As Napoleon Hill put it, everything that the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let me add a little bit to that. Everything the mind can conceive and believe, through persistence, we can achieve. So, when you make a decision, or when you want to make a decision, when you want something, stop looking at the circumstances. Napoleon Hill said as well, circumstances, I make them. Simple as that. But yes, it's true. Everyday life happens too. And it happens all around us. And that is how we're taught in school. That we have to look at what's going on around us and base our decisions upon that. Are we in front of a hot fire? Don't come too close because you'll burn yourself. That's a very proper sensory factor with a very proper result. But when we look at the circumstance of not enough money and we want to go to Paris, if we keep looking at the circumstances of not enough money, what will be there? Not enough money. so we don't make the decision, so it won't come to us in a way that we can realize that what it is that we want. We have to learn to use the higher faculties of our mind. And the higher faculties of our mind are not generally taught in schools, but they are perhaps one of the most important subjects to ever learn and study throughout your life. Because these higher faculties of the mind, you can use these to create a better life for yourself. If you don't use these higher faculties of the mind, you're going to stay stuck. Maybe you're comfortable, but you're going to stay stuck where you are. And even if you are comfortable, over time, that comfort is going to get boring, because it is either create or disintegrate. We either move forward or we move backward. And you say, hey, but if I stand still, then I don't move forward nor backward. Well, you still move backward when you stand still, sorry. Because the rest of the world moves forward. And when you stay still, you get further and further behind. So it is either create or disintegrate. And when you really grasp that, and when you grasp that you can only start to create by using your higher faculties of the mind, the higher faculties of thinking in the correct manner, you realize, I've got to study this material, because there's no other way to understanding than through study. And understanding is the start that leads to the road of creation. Understanding of how to use the higher faculties of the mind. What are they? I've said them before on this show, but I'll repeat them again and again and again, because they're so important. Our memory. And so many people say, oh, my memory is horrible. I'm bad at memorizing names or remembering phone numbers or whatever. But your memory is perfect. It's a higher faculty of the mind. Your memory is perfect. You can develop it. You can train it. We just don't generally do so. But you can. Then we've got our perception. Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes. And I believe that's true. When you look at something from somebody else's point of view, it takes on a different shape. Look at religion. We're talking about similar things. Something that we can't see but believe in. But we fight over differences in details. When you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes. Perception. Then we've got reason, our ability to accept or reject an idea. So many people don't develop their reasoning power, and anything and everything that happens around them automatically is accepted. And when an idea is accepted, it plants in the subconscious mind and is expressed through the body. And so all the negative things that are going around us are accepted automatically by so many people because they haven't developed their reasoning power. Stand guard at the door of your mind and only let in those ideas that will benefit your life, make you the best version of yourself, make you happy, healthy and wealthy and fulfilled. So we have the memory, we have the perception, we have the reason, we have intuition, our ability to read energy. Have you ever noticed standing in a shopping mall and somebody is standing behind you and you feel something like somebody is staring at you and you turn around and yes, hey, that's that person that you maybe know, maybe don't know, but was staring at you. That is our ability to pick up energy. And in general, the ladies of this world with their mother instinct have automatically developed this instinctual skill in general, not always, but a bit further than gentlemen. But we can all develop it. We can train our intuition to read energy, to read people's emotions, and sometimes even to read so much that we can see what people are saying without them verbalizing it. So let's go back. We've got our perception, we've got our memory, we've got our intuition, we've got our imagination, our ability to visualize, our ability to see something on the screen of our mind. If I say, what does the front door of your house look like? You get an image of your front door on the screen of your mind. But you can use this to the benefit, to the best, to create the best life for yourself. Because whatever is in front of us, whatever we see in front of us, will move towards it. So if we create an image of the good that we desire on the screen of our mind, we'll be moving in its direction. And last but not least, we have our will. Our will is the power of our mind to focus on one thing with the exclusion of all others. And so we can use our will to keep the image of the good that we desire on our mind and move to its direction as fast as possible. Fast and furious. Reason, will, imagination, intuition, memory, and perception. The higher faculties of the mind. So important to study. I suggest you study one at a time. And when you get really good at using these higher faculties of the mind to your benefit, you're going to be able to, as Napoleon Hill taught us, circumstances, I create them. And now you can too, by the use of the higher faculties of your mind. Thank you for listening. If you would like some help developing the higher faculties of your mind, I'd be more than happy to do so. But let us just jump on a free strategy call where I can help you identify what it is that you really want, and who knows, put you on the path to achieve that good that you desire in your life. Thank you for listening today. Don't forget, my friends, live with love and live with passion. Namaste.